This is SBS World News with Ricardo Gonçalves.
Good evening. Tonight, Boris Johnson will officially become the new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom after his comprehensive victory in the Conservative Party leadership contest. His promise to take the UK out of the European Union by October the 31st. But Brexit is likely to be one of several challenges he will face. And SBS Europe correspondent Ben Lewis joins us now live from Downing Street. Ben, Mr Johnson says the hard work starts now, but what does that involve?
Well, Ricardo, good evening. His first task is to decide who will be in his cabinet, and he will be doing that very much with Brexit in mind. Boris Johnson is only moving into number 10 because Theresa May failed to get the UK out of the EU on time, as she said she would. Tory party members love Boris Johnson. He won the leadership contest in a landslide, but among the general public, he's what they call a Marmite figure here. People either adore him or loathe him. Whatever you think of Boris Johnson, his time in office certainly won't be boring. A life's ambition realised.
Boris Johnson is elected as the leader of the Conservative and Unionist Party.
Boris Johnson will become the next Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. It's the job he's craved since childhood, and one his critics believe he's entirely unsuitable for.
I know that there will be people around the place who will question the wisdom of your decision. And there may even be some people here who still wonder what they have done.
Not that he feels under any pressure.
I read in my Financial Times this morning that there are no incoming leader has ever faced such a daunting set of circumstances, it said. Well, I look at you this morning and I ask myself, do you look daunted? Do you feel daunted? I don't think you look remotely daunted.
Having backed Brexit and mercilessly criticised Theresa May for her handling of it, it's now up to him to deliver it.
I say to all the doubters, dude, we are going to energise the country. We're going to get Brexit done on October the 31st. We're going to take advantage of all the opportunities that it will bring in a new spirit of can-do. And we are once again going to believe in ourselves and what we can achieve. And like some slumbering giant, we are going to rise and ping off the guy ropes of self-doubt.
Self-doubt isn't something Mr Johnson has ever suffered from. His backers within the party, mostly Brexiteers, say he's just what the country needs.
It's a terrific result, a marvellous margin of victory. It gives Boris Johnson a very significant mandate, and it's a great opportunity for the country to make Brexit a success. So now I'm hugely encouraged.
Even his vanquished rival has fallen in line.
He puts a smile on people's face, and he has total unshakable confidence in our amazing country.
And it seems love has returned to the special relationship.
They're saying Britain-Trump. They call him Britain-Trump, and people are saying that's a good thing. That they like me over there. That's what they wanted. That's what they need. It's what they need. He'll get it done. Boris is good. He's going to do a good job.
It's Brexit that will dominate Mr Johnson's premiership. His first task, to try and convince European leaders to make changes to the divorce deal.
Je suis très désireux de pouvoir travailler au plus vite avec lui, non seulement sur les sujets européens qui sont les nôtres, et la poursuite des négociations liées évidemment au Brexit.
If, as is likely, Mr Johnson can't alter the withdrawal agreement and decides a no-deal Brexit on Halloween is the best option, he'll likely face a rebellion from his own benches. That could lead to a snap election.
Are you worried about facing him at a general election?
Not in the slightest. I'm ready for a general election at any time.
Boris Johnson would back himself in a battle of personality against the Labour leader. The former journalist's shambolic image, his class clown attitude, and one fateful ride down a faulty zip line saw him gain global fame during 8 years as the Mayor of London. His stint as Foreign Secretary was much more controversial. Offensive comments and his handling of the case of a British woman jailed in Iran meant he was roundly criticised. While he has the overwhelming support of Tory members, the general public is split as to whether he's the man to see the United Kingdom through Brexit.
It's a class clown, isn't he? Really.
And he's now the Prime Minister.
Yeah. Great. Donald Trump in America and Boris Johnson over here. Fabulous. 2019 for you.
Yeah, he's had quite questionable comments in the past. But I mean, it wasn't really a great choice, was it? So
He's got lots of faults, but the thing is, he's upbeat and positive, unlike Mrs May, who was downbeat and miserable. So I'm more for it. Give him a chance. He might be a disaster, but give him a whirl.
As one MP put it, it's time for the Bojo Show. In the next few minutes, Theresa May will be leaving Downing Street, heading to Parliament, where she'll be taking part in her last ever Prime Minister's Questions, and that'll be mainly made up of tributes from her supporters and probably a few digs from her detractors. Later in the day, she'll be heading to Buckingham Palace to officially resign as Prime Minister. Then Boris Johnson will be heading to the palace. He'll be meeting the Queen and telling her that he can form government. He'll come then here to Downing Street and make a brief speech about his priorities before going inside and getting to work. Ricardo, he has just under 100 days to make Brexit happen. During the referendum campaign, Mr Johnson said that Brexit was going to be easy and straightforward. He might soon find out that that's not the case.
Okay, Ben Lewis there in London, thank you. So just who is the man who will move into 10 Downing Street, and how has his rise to the top been received here in Australia? We will have that story coming up shortly.